press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back. Regarding part 5 from organic compounds containing nitrogen, that is subtopic is amines. Already in last sessions we learned regarding the preparations of amines, properties of amines, different type of properties, alkylation, acylation, and benzoylation, and the reaction. What about that carbyl amine test? And benzene sulfonyl chloride, sulfuryl chloride, that is nothing but the Hinsberg reagent distinguish between primary, secondary, and tertiary amines, and reaction with metals, metal ions, and the reaction with the acids, and a reaction with Grignard reagent. And some more miscellaneous reactions also regarding that. These are the miscellaneous reactions. Actually, these are beyond NCRT, but you have to make a note. This is also this will be the additional information regarding the properties of the amines. So amines it is chemical properties. Next one that is reaction with carbon disulfide. This is not NCRT, beyond NCRT it is, but you have to make a note. Reaction with carbon disulfide. Carbon disulfide formula is CS. Two types of amines we should go with. One is aliphatic primary amines. On the other hand, second one is aromatic primary amines. Suppose aliphatic primary amines with CS2, CH3, CH2, NH2 is treated with carbon disulfide in the presence of HgCl2, mercury chloride. Treated with carbon disulfide in the presence of mercury chloride. So what happens? The reaction is CH3, CH2, N, CH3, CH2, N, CS, NCS. NCS means N double bond C double bond S. This compound is called as ethyl isothiocyanate. Ethyl isothiocyanate. And formation of what is remaining is Hg combined with sulfur gives rise to HGS, and two hydrogens combined with two chlorines gives rise to 2HCl. So my dear students, remember this is beyond NCRT, but important reaction, miscellaneous these are. When amines, chemical properties of amines, this is the 10th property. Amines react with carbon disulfide. Amines react with carbon disulfide gives rise to ethyl isothiocyanate. Ethyl isothiocyanate. Instead of this is nothing but what it is, aliphatic primary amine. It is aliphatic primary amine. Suppose you should go with aromatic primary amine. What is aromatic primary amine? C6H5NH2. This is a aromatic primary amine. So here what the difference? If aliphatic primary amine, it gives rise to ethyl ethyl isothiocyanate. Same reaction takes place with respect to the aromatic primary amine. Here also same carbon disulfide. Then what the reaction takes place? So here this reaction takes place in the presence of what about it? Alkali. It is alkali is nothing but potassium hydroxide. You should take potassium hydroxide. You should take. Then what will be the product we will expect? Means here C6H5 NH CS NH C6H5. Once you observe, my dear students, what happens here in aliphatic primary amines, directly they can produce isothiocyanates. Aliphatic primary amines directly they can produce What about the isothiocyanates? But aromatic primary amines, first step they can form N comma N diphenyl. This is called as thiourea because of you know the urea formula NH2CO NH2. NH2CO NH2 formula is called urea. Instead of oxygen, if you can substitute sulfur atom, then NH2CS NH2. NH2CS NH2 is called as thiourea. This is a thiourea. This portion is called as thiourea, and this thiourea nitrogen connect with the phenyl group. How many phenyl groups? Two phenyl groups. That's why this is called as N comma N diphenyl thiourea. Along with N comma N diphenyl thiourea, again we will get a byproduct K2S and formation of hydrochloric acid. This is a step 1 reaction. Step 1 reaction, aliphatic amines directly combines to CS2 to give rise to isothiocyanates. But aromatic amines, the reaction followed in two steps. In step 1, what we will get? In step 1, we will get N comma N diphenyl thiourea. This N comma N diphenyl thiourea further convert into what it is C6H5 N double bond C double bond S plus NH. What about that remaining is C6H5 NH3 plus Cl minus. So this is called as a phenyl isothiocyanate. Phenyl isothiocyanate. This is a second step product. So here you make a note. Generally aliphatic primary amines. Aliphatic primary amines combined with carbon disulfide gives rise to alkyl isothiocyanates. On other hand, aromatic primary amines also react with carbon disulfide, but reaction proceeds in two steps. Step 1, N comma N diphenyl thiourea will get. Later this thiourea decomposed to gives rise to phenyl isothiocyanate. Phenyl isothiocyanate, and these isocyanates are having the characteristic. What about that oil? It is oil just like as just a minute. It was uh, characteristic smell like this mustard oil smell it is. So these especially these are the poisonous. These are ethyl isocyanates, phenyl isocyanates, very dangerous poisonous gases and poisonous liquids. These are having the characteristic mustard oil smell. It is characteristic smell of mustard oil. So that's why this reaction is called as a Hoffman mustard oil reaction. It is Hoffman mustard oil reaction. You make a note. This is said to be Hoffman mustard oil reaction. So this is a one more property regarding alkyl amines and aryl amines. Alkyl amines and aryl amines combine with carbon disulfide to give rise to characteristic smell, mustard oil smell, which are known as isothiocyanates. These isothiocyanates are highly poisonous compounds. And if aliphatic alkyl amines directly gives rise to isothiocyanates, but aromatic primary amines react with carbon disulfide. The reaction proceeds in two steps. Step 1, we will get a substituted urea, and step 2, the substituted urea is decomposed to give rise to phenyl isothiocyanate. So this will be the additional property regarding the amines. And one more is there, that is the last reaction with carbonyl chloride. The carbon disulfide, carbonyl chloride, these all are poisonous. Actually, it is. So here you should go with CH3, CH2, NH2 plus Cl, CO, Cl. Carbonyl chloride formula COCl2. Carbonyl chloride is also called as phosgene. Phosgene is a highly poisonous gas. What happens when primary amines react with carbonyl chloride? So here two chlorine atoms are there. Two chlorine atoms are required, two hydrogen atoms. So two hydrogen atoms means we required two molecules alkyl halide, alkyl amines. So again we should go with NH2, CH2, CH3. Gives rise to. Here if you eliminate Cl, eliminate Cl, so we will get 2HCl plus what is remaining, it is CH3, CH2, NH, CO, NH, CH2, CH3. You know this is called as urea. This is called as urea. This urea is which urea it is? Disubstituted urea. Symmetrical this is. This is said to be symmetrical disubstituted urea it is. So aliphatic primary amines which are react with carbonyl chloride, direct they can eliminate two molecules of hydrofluoric acid and formation of symmetrical disubstituted urea. So urea substitutions we will get when with carbonyl chloride. Suppose same reaction takes place with respect to, we should go with aromatic. Aromatic primary amine, that is C6H5 NH2 plus COCl2. COCl2 is called as carbonyl chloride. Direct here, two hydrogens combine with two chlorine atoms gives rise to 2HCl and formation of C6H5N double bond C double bond. So this is already, you know, it is a phenyl isothiocyanate. So this is the difference, my dear friends. Make a note regarding this. This was the difference between the aliphatic primary amines and aromatic primary amines with carbonyl chloride. Aliphatic primary amines react with carbonyl chloride, gives rise to substituted ureas. Aromatic primary amines reaction with carbonyl chloride or phosgene gives rise to phenyl isothiocyanates. Isothiocyanates are the characteristic smell like as mustard oil. Mustard oil, highly poisonous compounds these are. So this was the properties regarding amines, and these amines undergoes oxidation. Oxidation takes place in the presence of KMnO4 or in the presence of H2SO5 also. H2SO5 is called as Caros acid. That Caros acid oxidation is complete beyond NCERT, but sometimes we expect an oxidation reaction with respect to what about that with respect to the KMnO4. So what happens when primary amines undergoes oxidation? When primary amines undergoes oxidation in the presence of KMnO4, finally it can give rise to aldehydes. That reaction mechanism followed on an intermediate that is called as imine. So I will give direct equation regarding that. Later we should go with electrophilic substitution reactions. That will be familiar with us. Electrophilic substitution reactions already there in NCERT. Instead of RNH2, we should go RCH2NH2. KMnO4 oxidation, RCH double bond NH. This is said to be imine. We'll get RCH4 plus NH4 plus. This is called as what it is? Aldehydes. Oxidation of amines. Oxidation of amines, which type of amines? Only primary amines. This is only for primary amines, not secondary amines, not tertiary amines, only primary amines. Or oxidation gives rise to aldehydes via imines, formation of imines. So this point also keep in your mind, my dear students. And the reaction takes place in the presence of KMnO4. And next one is important. Yes, sir. Electrophilic substitution. reactions. Number one is the bromination. Very important reaction for competitive examination point of view. So you should go with the bromination. What is bromination? Bromination is an example for electrophilic substitution reaction. Reaction takes place in the presence of generally FeBr3 Lewis acid. And here what happens? And before the bromination, we should go with some points. Some points means generally this is the structure of aromatic amine. So these are the resonating structures. Ortho position is a negative charge. Again, para position is a negative charge. Again, delocalization takes place. Again, ortho position is a negative charge. Again, what will get final? We'll get it is the lone pair which are present on the nitrogen atom is in conjugation with benzene ring. Lone pair is conjugation with benzene ring. So when conjugation going on, 5 resonating structures we will get. Out of these 5 resonating structures, structure 1, structure 5 is more stable. 1 and 5 are more stable because of zero charge, and 2, 3, 4 is the least stable because of charge separation. Charge separation stable, unstable. Charge separation minimum is more stable. Charge separation is maximum is least stable. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is order? 1 is equal to 5 greater than, 2 is equal to 4 greater than 3 it is. 1, 5 no charge, 2, 4 charge separation plus minus closer, and 3 is the charge separation plus minus is appreciable distance it is. After that you make one more point regarding this. Ortho position more electron density, para position more electron density, ortho position more electron density. Meta position electron density is very less. So electrophile easily approach on which positions? Ortho and para positions. So NH2 group what it is doing? NH2 group activate benzene ring. NH2 group activate benzene ring towards electrophilic substitution reactions, that is which direction? Ortho and para positions. So make a note, my dear students, electrophilic substitution reactions takes place in aniline. That electrophilic substitution reactions are in ortho position as well as para position, not in meta position. Meta position is not possible because of the lone pair which is present on the nitrogen atom is in conjugation. The lone pair is present on the nitrogen atom is in conjugation with the benzene ring. Then ortho, para, ortho positions are more electron density. So on the account of this, we have to decide that aniline undergoes electrophilic substitution reactions. On that reactions, substitution takes place at ortho position as well as in para position. So what are the electrophilic substitution reactions? Here only 3 types of electrophilic substitution reactions we observed. Number 1 is halogenation, second one is nitration, third one is sulfonation. The 3 only, remaining 2 electrophilic substitution reactions does not takes place with respect to aniline because of those are Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. Those reactions are not observed in aniline. What will be the reason? We should discuss after completion of this one. So number 1 is a bromination. Bromination is an example for halogenation. Aniline, NH2, bromine water gives rise to NH2, Br, Br, Br. This is called as 2,4,6 tribromo aniline. So it is said to be 2, 4, 6 tribromo aniline. When aniline is treated with bromine water. Aniline is treated with bromine water. What will be the answer is? The answer is called as 2, 4, 6 tribromo aniline is the right answer. 2, 4, 6 tribromo aniline. But here, if you required only monobromo derivative means The available position is ortho position as well as para position. But water is a polar solvent. In polar solvent, bromination going very rapid it is, and bromine atom occupies here, here, here. Then how to obtain monosubstituted bromine? Monosubstituted bromination means bromine is present in either ortho position or second one is what? Para position. So how to prepare mono-substituted bromoanilines. That is very, very important. Bromine water react with aniline gives rise to tribromoaniline. But here I will give one important example regarding this. Suppose we should go with like this. This is aniline is treated with CH3COCl. CH3COCl is called as acetyl chloride. Acetyl chloride, acylation. This reaction is called as acylation. Acetyl chloride. Generally, acetyl chloride, this reaction takes place in the presence of base. Reaction takes place in the presence of base because of in this one actually HCl will be eliminated, then HCl will be neutralized by the base. Generally, this reaction we should go with the pyridine like that. Already we done in previous class it is. So here acylation takes place in the presence of what is that? Base. While adding base here, eliminate what it is? Hydrochloric acid. And here we will get the compound is NHCOCH3. N-acetyl aniline. It is also called as acetanilide. Make a note, my dear students. N-acetyl aniline. N-acetyl aniline is called as acetanilide. So this is a acylation. Acylation takes place on side chain. Here one hydrogen will be combined with one chlorine atom, gives rise to hydrochloric acid, and remaining here will be NH, and remaining COCH3 is the occupies the position of hydrogen. And once you go with this reaction, NHCOCH3, NHCOCH3, the lone pair present on nitrogen atom. So already I said it is N, here something will be there, that is doesn't matter, COCH3. This is said to be N-acetyl derivative. N-acetyl derivative. Once you observe this N-acetyl derivative, already I said that this is a benzene ring. In this benzene ring, if the direction of the lone pair here, direction of the lone pair this side, direction of the lone pair this side, this position negative, this position negative, this position negative, electrophile attacks on this position or this position or this position, any one of the position, because of the electron density is more. But what happens here after acylation? After acylation, what happens? This lone pair is not available for benzene. After acylation, the lone pair is not available for benzene. That is important point. This delocalization does not take place. This delocalization does not take place because of here carbon oxygen. Carbon oxygen is a double bond character. Oxygen electronegativity is more, carbon electronegativity is least. Then pi bond shifted towards oxygen atom, then oxygen negative, carbon get positive. Then there is no alternate option for the lone pair of the electron. There is no alternate option because of in previous case, if it is functional group is not there, means the direction of the lone pair is inside the benzene. If this functional group what it was doing, it dominating the lone pair, this lone pair compulsory should delocalize it towards carbonyl group only. Compulsory delocalize towards what it is? Carbonyl group. So this is called as to protect the lone pair. To protect the lone pair, because of if you are not protecting the lone pair is not protected, means try substituted answer you will get 1, 2, 3 positions. Try substitution answer we will get. If you protect this lone pair, because of it is a mesomeric, if you protect the lone pair of electron away from the benzene ring, then only we will get mono substituted halogen derivative will get, aniline derivative we will get it is. mono substitution. So here you should remember this point was very important. Lone pair is not available for benzene. Lone pair is not available for benzene means lone pair is available for carbonyl carbon. Lone pair available for carbonyl carbon. So here suppose you should go with like this, then lone pair will go like this. Then nitrogen become positive. Next step you should go what it is? Add bromine. Don't take water here. That is called acetic acid. Water is polar protic it is. So if polar protic, all will be easily because of the due to the dielectric constant of water is more. Dielectric constant of water is more. That's why we not prefer water in this case. So bromine plus acetic acid. Next year what we will get means we will get the compound is this is a very important para position bromine will be occupies. Again this is same CO CH3. This is called as para bromo acetanilide. Para-bromo acetanilide. This para-bromo acetanilide further hydrolysis. Further hydrolysis H3O plus. Then we will get what it is? Para-bromo aniline plus CH3COH. This is a reaction. So this was a reaction for a single mono substitution of bromination. Mono substitution of bromination means if only we require mono substituted aniline. For mono substituted aniline, we should do first protect the lone pair. How to protect means simple. You should go with acylation. After acylation, it becomes acetanilide. The lone pair is not available for the benzene. Then what is the direction of the lone pair? Direction of the lone pair is towards carbonyl carbon. Next step you should attack bromination, bromonium ionolar profile. Reaction takes place in the presence of organic solvent, not polar solvent water it is. Next bromine attacks on para position. After that you should go with the hydrolysis gives rise to para bromo aniline, or else direct we will get what is 2,4,6 tribromo aniline is a final compound we will get. Suppose we can direct approach. Clear? So this is very important. This conversion was given in many you observed already this conversion you observed in many previous entrance examination point of view. They should give this is up to this they will give A gives rise to B gives rise to C. What is C? What is C means para bromo aniline. Para bromo aniline is the right answer for the question. Because of actually para is the major, ortho is the minor. Ortho is the minor, para is the major. Suppose I will give one application regarding this. In exam point of view, suppose they should ask the question is like this. You can practice this one example. CH3COCl base gives rise to A. Bromination in the presence of acetic acid gives rise to B. H3O plus gives rise to C. So what is C in this reaction? What is C in this reaction? Such type of conversions are very important for the examination point of view. So here practice like this type of examples. What is A? Remove HCl, NHCOC, NH2 becomes to NHCOCH3. In second step, here NHCOCH3, here methyl group will be there. This is a bromination. Bromination in the presence of organic solvent. Bromination in the presence of organic solvent means what is A? A is toluidine, NHCOCH3. What is B? B is NHCOCH3 methyl group. Bromine attacks in ortho position. And third one is NH2 BrCH3. This is the C. 2-bromo-4-methyl aniline. 2-bromo-4-methyl aniline is the right answer for this question. It is. So such type of conversions was there. Once you go through your competitive material, then it will be easy. And next one is nitration. Second one is nitration. Only 3 reactions was there. After that, diazonium salts. That will be the end of this unit. It is. Nitration, very very important. This is second one. Aniline is treated with concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated nitric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, temperature 293 kelvins. Temperature 293 kelvins. What will be the answer is NH2, NO2, para-nitroaniline, NH2, NO2. This is meta-nitroaniline plus NH2, NO2. This is called as orthonitroaniline. Here this is the yield 51%. This yield is a 2%, and this yield is a 47%. According to the rules and regulations, in aniline, electrophilic substitution reactions takes place at ortho and para position only. Ortho is a minor, para is a major. Para is a major, ortho is minor. But here in this case, nitration of aniline. Nitration of aniline will get 3 types of compounds: para-nitroaniline, meta-nitroaniline, and orthonitroaniline. According to the conditions, para is 51 means ortho 49 we expect. Ortho is 49, but instead of that here meta is dominating. Meta is dominating. Why this domination is going on for this particular reaction? That is very very important. This can be make a question in the form of sentence. Which of the following statement is correct regarding nitration of anilines? Like that. That type of such type of questions we expect for this type of concepts. So why meta-nitroaniline is 47%? Why meta-nitroaniline is a 47%? Orthonitroaniline is only 2% because of reaction. This is a concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H3SO4. These are acids. Acid can donate one proton. That proton is abstract by lone pair. Proton is abstract by lone pair means this aniline is actually this aniline is combined with proton gives rise to what will get the answer is NH3 plus. NH3 plus is called as anilinium ion. Anilinium ion is which directing it is? Meta directing, because of aniline is ortho and para directing. Aniline is the ortho and para directing, but nitration reaction takes place in the presence of acid. Nitration takes place in the presence of acid, and this nitration rate of reaction is also very very less here. The rate of reaction is also very very less, and this nitration takes place in the presence of acid. From that acid donate the proton. That proton is combined with the lone pair of electron which is present on the nitrogen atom, gives rise to anilinium ion. This anilinium ion is a meta directing group. On the basis of this the meta product is what it is? 47%. That will be the importance of the reaction. This point was there in NCERT. Go through that because of it is a very 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 important. Meta is appreciable yield. It is appreciable yield is nothing but 47% yield we expect when aniline is treated with the concentrated H2SO4 and concentrated nitric acid. Suppose so make a note, this is nitration. This nitration can be written as means we can suppose we require only one nitro compound. CH3COCl base minus HCl. What it is? Answer is NHCOCH3. This is already we know it is N-acetyl aniline, or also called as acetanilide, which is treated with concentrated nitric acid plus concentrated sulfuric acid, that is 298 kelvins. Then answer is one is NHCOCH3 para-nitroacetanilide, and second one is orthonitroacetanilide. It is a para-nitroacetanilide. This is about the orthonitroacetanilide. Both are obtained when acetanilide is treated with concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4. Because of either ortho directing or para directing, any one of the direction will be takes place. Any one of the direction electrophile will be approached. Because of the lone pair is not available for the donation. Lone pair is not available for benzene ring. Lone pair is available for what about that, the carbonyl carbon. So due to that, this reaction to prevent the positions, to block the positions of ortho and para and ortho, three positions. Not block this, to minimize the electron density. To minimize the electron density on ortho and para positions, we should approach this acylation. So after that, next is what it is. From this you will get para-nitroaniline, and from this we will get what about that, next is NH2 NO2. This is O nitro and this is P nitro. Para-nitroaniline, orthonitroaniline, further it is hydrolysis. Further it is hydrolysis, and we will get orthonitroaniline, para-nitroaniline. Para is 51%, ortho is 2%, on the basis of first reaction, previous reaction. So this is a reaction which protect the lone pair which are present on the nitrogen atom. So this is about nitration. And last one more reaction is that last reaction is sulfonation. And here after sulfonation, alkylation, acylation not observed in aniline it is. Why it is not observed? We will discuss now only it is. So mono nitro anilines, para nitro aniline, ortho nitro aniline is expected when protect the lone pair from benzene ring. Protect the lone pair from benzene ring, we expect that such type of compounds. Aniline is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is also one acid. Sulfuric acid is also donate one proton. That proton is combined with lone pair of this electron. Lone pair of this electron, then what will we get? It is we will get the compound NH3 plus HSO4 minus. This is called as anilinium hydrogen sulfate. This is called as anilinium hydrogen sulfate, and this anilinium hydrogen sulfate undergoes rearrangement. That is at the temperature nearly 455 kelvins to 475 kelvins. Baking it is rearrangement. Then what we will get means rearrangement when takes place, we will get the compound is NH2 SO3H. NH2 SO3H. This is called as para amino benzene sulfonic acid. Para-amino benzene sulfonic acid. Para-amino benzene sulfonic acid is obtained when rearrangement takes place that anilinium hydrogen sulfate. Anilinium hydrogen sulfate undergoes rearrangement at the temperature 455 to 475 Kelvin. So we will get para-amino benzene sulfonic acid, and this para-amino benzene sulfonic acid here proton exchange from this to this. Then final we will get the answer is NH3 plus SO3 minus. This is called as Zwitter ion. Already you know in amino acids. Amino acids are from Zwitter ions. So like that here also this compound is can easy to form Zwitter ion. So this is about the sulfonation of aniline. On sulfonation of aniline, first step we will get anilinium hydrogen sulfate. This anilinium hydrogen sulfate further undergoes baking at the temperature 455 kelvins to 475 kelvins. So that is a rearrangement reaction, gives rise to para-amino benzene sulfonic acid, which is also available in the form of Zwitter ion. And Friedel-Crafts alkylation acylation. Next, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. In this Friedel-Crafts alkylation, no reaction. Why no reaction? Because of Friedel-Crafts alkylation acylation reactions takes place in the presence of Lewis acids. In the presence of Lewis acids. So here you should go with aniline. This is AlCl3. So lone pair is going to aluminum chloride. Then what will get here? The answer is N AlCl3. N become plus. N become plus. This is called as salt. So due to this, the lone pair which is present on the nitrogen atom is donated to the electron deficient compound because of alkylation. Friedel-Crafts reaction takes place in the presence of acids. Whatever the electron deficient compounds, Lewis acids. So it is donated the lone pair to that Lewis acid, gives rise to one salt. On the account of this point, this particular aniline is not undergoes Friedel-Crafts alkylations and acylations. So this is about the electrophilic substitution reactions regarding aniline. Only 3 reactions: halogenation, nitration, sulfonation. And the next is the last topic. One more topic is there, that is diazonium salts. And here, how to distinguish between the primary, secondary, tertiary amines? We should go with Hinsberg reagent. Hinsberg reagent C6H5SO2Cl. Primary amines gives rise to precipitate which is soluble in alkaline sodium hydroxide. Second amines also, because of primary amines give the product is acidic character due to the presence of one hydrogen atom. Second amines are not acidic, that's why it is not soluble in sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. And tertiary amines not react with Hinsberg reagent. And carbonyl amine test is used to the separation of primary amines, phenyl isocyanates. So primary amines gives rise to phenyl isocyanates, and especially secondary amines that is react with nitrous acid gives rise to nitroso compounds. Such type of nitroso compounds are absorbed in phenol and concentrated H2SO. So for the red color is converted into blue color, that is said to be Lieberman's nitroso test. So based on the test, we have to differentiate primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. Clear? And next is diazonium salts. So N2 plus X minus. Alkyl diazonium. This is aryl diazonium. Alkyl diazonium, aryl diazonium. What is X here? X is equal to Cl, Br, HSO4 minus. What is N2? N triple bond N. Azonium it is. Diazonium. This is a chlorine, bromine, hydrogen sulfate. Those are is satisfied with X. So alkyl diazonium salts, aryl diazonium salts. Because of these diazonium salts are very important intermediates to produce different type of organic substances. Easy to prepare number of organic substances with respect to this diazonium salts. Compulsory one question was there regarding this. Easy question that is also repeated in many times in previous entrance examination. So, based on the properties, so first we should go with the general introduction and uh, preparation. So here, alkyl diazonium salts, aryl diazonium salts, both alkyl diazonium salts, aryl diazonium salts are completely unstable. Completely unstable. Aryl diazonium salts, aryl diazonium salts are little bit stable, that is nearly 0 to 5 degrees centigrade. 0 to 5 degrees centigrade, aryl diazonium salts are little bit stable. Alkyl diazonium salts are completely unstable. Alkyl diazonium salts are completely unstable. Aryl diazonium salts are a little bit stable, is in between the temperature 0 degrees centigrade to 5 degrees centigrade, and these diazonium salts are soluble in water. Only one diazonium salt is there. That one diazonium salt is insoluble in water, that is C6H5N2 plus F minus. Benzene diazonium fluoride, C6H5N2 plus F minus is insoluble in water. This point you make a note. This question we expect. Which of the diazonium salt is insoluble in water? C6H5N2 plus Cl minus. Suppose here substitute X is equal to Cl. CH3N2Cl. Methyl, so the methane diazonium chloride. Methane diazonium chloride. C6H5N2 plus Cl minus. Benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium bromide. Benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium bromide. Benzene diazonium hydrogen sulfate. N2 plus HS44 minus. So this will be the naming of the compounds. It is generally, that's why you should go with the general formula AR or R. AR N2 plus X minus or R N2 plus X minus. Out of these two diazonium salts are completely unstable. Aryl diazonium salts are little bit stable between 0 to 5 degrees centigrade, but alkyl diazonium salts are outright unstable. They easily decomposes to liberate dinitrogen gas. Diagonal salts completely unstable. Just you kept it open atmospheric air, it will be decomposes. Nitrogen will be evolved from that one. Nitrogen will be evolved from that one, and X is Cl or Br. That Cl and Br is search for hydrogen and eliminate hydrochloric acid or hydrobromic acid, like that. Yeah. If it is Br will be there, hydrogen bromide. Cl is there, hydrogen chloride. HS4 was there, hydrogen. What about the hydrogen bisulfate? There is nothing but sulfuric acid. So such type of facilities are there due to the stability factor it is. So these diazonem salts are completely unstable. So these are decomposes to give rise to alcohols. And aryl diazonem salts decomposes gives rise to phenols. Alkyl diazonem salts decomposes gives rise to alcohols. And this aryl diazonem salts, only one compound is there insoluble in water, that is a C6H5N2 plus F minus benzene diazonium fluoride. Benzene diazonium fluoride is insoluble in water. So how to prepare these compounds? How to prepare these compounds? Conversions was very important. According to the conversions we should go, because of many reactions are based on these conversions only. Reagents only. Reagents according to the reagents. So we should go with the preparation. DC. DC means diazonium chloride. Preparation of diazonium chloride. How to prepare the diazonium chloride? After preparation, properties was a simple properties, and followed by cyanides. A little bit, I will give simple information regarding cyanides and isocyanides. How to, what are the simple important chemical properties regarding that. So preparation of diazonium chloride. Generally, we know that I will give one conversion regarding this. Before this conversion, we should go with this one. Aromatic primary amine. Aromatic primary amine. This is called as aniline. Is treated with HNO2. Nitrous acid. This nitrous acid is completely unstable. Nitrous acid is completely unstable. Due to that, this nitrous acid we should prepare immediately. How to prepare the nitrous acid immediate means we should take NaNO2 plus HCl. Reaction takes place is in between 0 degree centigrade to 5 degree centigrade. These are the conditions. Aromatic primary amine. Aromatic primary amine is nothing but aniline. Aniline is treated with nitrous acid. This is nitrous acid generally unstable. Due to that, it is freshly prepared by using NaNO2 plus HCl. The reaction takes place in the presence of temperature 0. The reaction takes place at the temperature what it is 0 to 5 degree centigrade. Then what will be the product means product is N2 plus Cl minus. N2 plus Cl minus. So entire NH2 group is converted into N2 plus Cl minus. This is called as diazotization. Diazotization, conversion of amine group into diazonium salt. Conversion of amine into diazonium salt is called as diazotization. This is the one and only simple preparation regarding diazonium chlorides. So here this is aromatic primary amine. How this aromatic primary amine is obtained means this is a metal plus acid. Metal plus acid. This is said to be reduction. This reduction is going on with nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene on reduction. Nitrobenzene on reduction in the presence of metal and acid gives rise to aniline. Aniline on diazotization gives rise to benzene diazonium chloride. This is diazotization. This is called as reduction. This is called as reduction. Reduction of nitrobenzene. Reduction of nitrobenzene takes place in the presence of metal and acid. Five types of reactions was there regarding this nitrobenzene reduction. Nitrobenzene reduction, acidic medium, metal plus acid, metal plus base, and metal plus neutral. Reduction in the presence of lithium aluminum hydride and catalytic hydrogenation. Five types of reduction properties was there for nitrobenzene. It is on that five types of properties. This is one of the property. This reaction takes place in the presence of metal plus acid. When reaction takes place in the presence of metal plus acid, gives rise to what it is? NO2 functional group is converted into NH2. Then how we will get NO2 functional group means this is a concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4. This is called as a nitration mixture. Nitration we should go starting compound is benzene. So this to this is called as ESR. ESR is nothing but nitration. Nitration of benzene. Nitration of benzene gives rise to nitrobenzene. Reduction of nitrobenzene gives rise to aniline. Aniline is treated with nitrous acid at the temperature 0 to 5 degree centigrade gives rise to what it is? Benzene diazonium chloride. First step is electrophilic substitution reaction. Second step reduction. Third step is diazotization. And how this benzene is obtained means benzene is obtained from alkyne. Alkyne undergoes polymerization. How that alkyne is obtained means alkyne is acetylene can be produced from that hydrolysis of calcium carbide. Calcium carbide on hydrolysis gives rise to acetylene. Acetylene on polymerization gives rise to benzene. Benzene on nitration gives rise to nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene reduction gives rise to aniline. Aniline on diazotization gives rise to benzene diazonium chloride. This will be the conversions, interconversion, first PU, second PU, first PU. That is nothing but alkynes converted to alkynes to benzene, benzene to nitrobenzene, nitrobenzene to aniline, aniline to diazonium chloride. So organic chemistry means it is linked with another functional groups and another chemical properties. Another Suppose we are going with any particular topic, chemical properties. That particular chemical properties will be preparations for one more functional group. That particular preparations for one more functional group only. Then for next, those only preparations are explained in the form of properties of other functional groups. So that's why it is totally it is linked system. So easy to revise. If you know alkyl halides, haloalkanes, haloarenes, then you know the alcohols, how to prepare alcohols, how to prepare phenols. Because of the chemical properties of alkyl halides are the preparations of phenols, like that it is. So this is the preparation of diazoxide chloride. The process is called as diazotization. Reaction takes place at 0 to 5 degrees centigrade, and this is benzene diazoxide chloride is completely unstable. Completely unstable. Just you should warm it is warm only. Warm. Simple here. H attacks to Cl HCl. N2 will be liberated, and the formation of the answer is OH. OH is called as a phenol. This is also important conversion. How to prepare phenol from diazoxide chloride. How to prepare phenol from diazoxide chloride means diazoxide chloride just to warm, just you should heat. Instead of diazoxide chloride, you should go with the Rn2Cl minus. Rn2 plus Cl minus, how warm it is also. It is like the outright unstability. Then what we'll get it is ROH plus N2 plus HCl. So this is called alcohol. This is called what is phenol. So diazoxide salts are outright unstable. These diazoxide salts are easily decomposed to give rise to alcohols or phenols. Alcohols or phenols. So this will be the general preparation. And these diazoxide salts are soluble in water except one compound, that is benzene diazonium fluoride. Benzene diazonium fluoride is insoluble. And why aromatic diazonium salts are more stable than aliphatic diazonium salts means aromatic diazonium salts actual structure is like this. Shift the bond this side, then this is like this. Then what we'll get here? Here positive charge, N double bond here. Here positive. Again here positive. So like this type of resonating structures we observed in aromatic diazoxide salts, but aliphatic diazoxide salts, such type of facility is not there. On the basis of that, aromatic diazoxide salts are completely unstable, and aliphatic diazoxide salts are completely unstable, and aromatic diazoxide salts are stable. That stability also only it is 0 to 5 degrees centigrade only. Clear? So this is the end of the session, my dear students. Make a note regarding this properties, and be strong and be confident. Utilize the time to practice concept to background bits. It is clear. I wish you all the best. Have a nice day. Thank you, one and all.